we give credible, factual, balanced reports at all time. Join us as we take you around the globe on the world news. Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, your shining supreme station.
From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, this is news around the world.
In the headlines, federal government urges contractors to accelerate work on Castina Road project. Rivers High Court adjourns Fubara deputies' anti-impeachment suits indefinitely. House of Representatives Committee confirms alterations of the Nigerian tax law. And moving on to the foreign scene, NATO and Denmark agrees to boost Arctic security. And moving on to the world of business, national grid record forced collapse in 2026. Moving on to the world of entertainment, actress Bolaji Ogunmola ranked the third among top Nollywood producers of 2025. Arsenal suffers a huge injury blow ahead of a Man United clash that is coming from the world of sport. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the news across the world on Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. I am Precious Afolabi D. You can listen to us via website at www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. You can also download the app in Google Play Store, Diamond 887 FM. We bring you details of the news after this short break. Please, we'll be right back.
Yeah, wait, he's from our tribe and we have the same religion. So we have to protect our own. Our tribe isn't corrupt. I beg you, leave them now our Peking.
Wait, stop and think. Do you realize that the impact of corruption and careless decisions by that clansman or family member of yours doesn't know tribalism or nepotism? Let's hold everyone accountable for a better society and country. If you see something, say something to the right authorities.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
Welcome back from that short break. Please, we move straight to the details of the news. The federal government of Nigeria has called on the contractor handling the Ngwalaya Tisha Bakori road project in Katsina State to hasten construction work and ensure timely completion following an on-the-spot inspections of the site. The Senior Special Assistant SSA to the President in Community Engagement, Honorable Abdullahi Tanko Yakashe, makes the plea during the national media tour to the project location in Kafar local government area of Katsina State. He acknowledged that the 17.5 kilometers federal road had faced a setback due to the insecurity, with slow progress in the early stages of execution. Despite the challenges, he said that the federal government remained committed to seeing the project delivered to standard for the benefit of the communities. The SSA disclosed that the project, which commenced about a year ago, is currently at approximately 15% completion, noting that the inspection team demanded clear milestones from the contractor. Justice Florence Fibarasama of the Oyibo High Court of Rivers State, sitting in the Port Harcourt, has adjourned indefinitely two separate suits filed by Governor Simonalayi Fubara and Deputy Governor Ngozi Odu, seeking to halt ongoing impeachment proceedings against them by members of the House State of Assembly in Rivers. As the lawmaker had last week initiated impeachment move against the duo over alleged constitutional misconduct, particularly on matters relating to the financial appropriation. In response, Governor Fubara and Professor Odu filed separate ex parte applications requesting interim injunction to restrain Speaker Martin Wule, 25 other lawmakers, and the clerk of the House from taking further steps in the impeachment process. At the resumption, defense counsel in both matters made an oral application indicating an intention to appeal a requested that the case be adjourned, since that's not to allow the appellate court to determine the issues. Leading counsels to the claimant did not oppose the application, prompting the court to grant the request and adjourn the suit indefinitely. The Zamfara state government has commenced the payment of a 150,000 naira monthly special allowance for National Youth Service Corps NYSC members attached to medical doctors in the state, while others health professionals will receive 50,000 naira. Governor Dauda Lawal disclosed this during the swearing-in ceremony of the 2026 Batch 8 stream, represented by the Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Alhaji Taseu Musa Shinkafi. Governor Lawal reaffirms the state government's commitment to the welfare of corps members and the overall well-being of the people of Zamfara State. And according to the government, corps members posted to schools, ministries, departments, and agencies will also receive a monthly state allowance of 20,000 naira, as the governor assures the corps members of a conducive working environment throughout their one-year service. The House of Representatives monitoring CACO's Haddo Committee investigating alleged distortion of the nation tax law has confirmed that there were indeed illegal alterations in some of the tax reforms law recently passed by the National Assembly and assented by the President, Bola Tinubu. The commitment especially cited the Nigerian Tax Administrations Act 2025 as a law where the alleged alterations were most prominent, as the committee disclosed this today in the interim report on discrepancies between the various of the tax laws passed by the National Assembly and those published in the official Gazette. The contrary follows a public outcry after members of the House, Abdul Salmadis Dasuki, raised their alarm on the floor of the House over the circulations of the altered versions of the tax law that differs from versions lawmakers had passed. Fidel prayers for the late Alhaji Zakaria Ibrahim Maimasa will hold tomorrow in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. This was disclosed in a statement released by the family, and according to the statement, the Fidel prayer will hold tomorrow, January 24, 2026, at the house of the deceased, beside Oniru Marks Federal Housing or Lodge Phase 2 by 10 a.m. The late Alhaji Zakaria Ibrahim, who died at the age of 67, is survived by his wife and children with the relatives. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. We're going to break now. When we come back, we'll bring you foreign, sport, and business news. Please stay with us.
You ugly. Oh. Everybody they post picture for social media. You too they put picture.
Hey, wait, this picking no even fine. Yeah.
See this bro guy, now your generation they here.
You probably don't know how much your words hurt, but cyberbullying is real. Words hurt, whether it's in person, from typing, or behind a screen. Just a comment or unnecessary share from someone you know or from a complete stranger can hurt. Words can even end lives. Think before you type. Stop cyberbullying today.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
Welcome back. You're listening to the news across the world, reaching from Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Now we move to the foreign scene. NATO Chief Mark Rutte and Danish Prime Minister Ms. Frederickson agreed that the alliance should boost working security in the Arctic region after U.S. President Donald Trump walks back on his threat to seize Greenland. Frederickson, who is set to travel to Greenland to meet its prime minister today, said that they agree that NATO should increase its engagement in the Arctic. As the meeting came after Trump's claims that he has struck a framework deal with the Rutte on Wednesday to satisfy him after he made demands to take the autonomous Arctic territory from Denmark. Trump's back of his threat to seize Greenland and impose tariff on NATO allies, blocking him despite not making headways on his main demand for control of the island. Still on the foreign scene, the death toll in a fire which engulfed a shopping center in Pakistan has claimed that lives 67 police have confirmed. Police says 77 people are currently reported as missing by their families following the fire and the Gold Plaza in Pakistan's largest city, Karachi. But the scales of the damage following the blaze, which took more than 24 hours to put out, has slowed rescue efforts as authorities combed the remains of the complex. While some of the bodies found are only partial remains, authorities had been able to count 67 scores, according to the Deputy Commissioner of Police. Now moving on to the world of business.
Diamond FM. Business news.
And the business news today, the national power grid has recorded its first collapse in 2026 today, barely a week after a similar incident on December 29, 2025, which had accused widespread power outages across the country. Electricity generation dropped sharply from over 4,500 megawatts as low as 24 megawatts as of 1:30 p.m. Check shows that all 23 power generations plants connected to the grid reportedly lost out power during the incident, resulting in zero power locations to each of the 11 electricity distributions company. The cause of the collapse could not be immediately determined, and officials of the transmission company of Nigeria had yet to issue a detailed statement at the time of filing this report. And in the world of entertainment,
Diamond FM. Entertainment news.
an entertainment actress and film producer Bolaji Ogunmola has been ranked among the top 10 Nollywood producers of 2025, clinching the third positions on the Nigerian box office list. In a post shared on Instagram, Ogunmola expressed gratitude to the recognition, describing it as a testament to the year of dedications and perseverance in the film industry. She reflected on the hurdles encountered along the way, including sleepless night, professional setback, and persistence prayer, noting that the journey has shaped our growth and resilience. The producers added she remained proud of her progress and she's optimistic about achieving greater milestones in the nearest future. And lastly, on the world of sport news.
Diamond FM Sports News.
On sport news today, Arsenal are concerned over the future fitness of adverts, which has knee injury flew up on his return from the lengthy layoff. The Ghana star has not started the club since August 17, but made his comeback as a second-half substitute in the FA Cup third-round win over the Portsmouth. He is said to have pushed himself to return to had sustained ligament damage against United, and his knee has now flown up again, with manager Mikel Arteta having to manage his minutes carefully. Havertz was not introduced from the bench against the Inter Milan in the Champions League, to surprise of some of the supporters, but he is yet to reach full fitness. Still in the world of football, Nigeria Professional Football League, NPFL, hammer has descended on the defending champions, Remo Stars, over the fans' troubles that trailed the Ikenne-based club's Week 20 games against visiting Ikorodu City on January 14th. The NPFL fines the club 7 million naira for breaching of the league framework and rules, and also banished the sides to Ibadan. In its ruling on the issues, the league body said that Remo Stars failed to provide adequate and effective security during the game against Ikorodu City, leading to a brawl between fans of both clubs and resulted in injuries on away fans and damages vehicles. The breakdowns of the fan shows that Remo Stars will pay 2 million naira for failing to provide adequate and effective security, and another 1 million naira for throwing object towards the field of play. And with that, we've come to the end of the news across the world. But before we go, here is the recap of the major highlights. Federal government urges contractors to accelerate work on Casino Road project. Rivers High Court adjourned Fubara deputy anti-impeachment suit indefinitely. House of Representatives Committee confirms alterations of Nigerian tax law. NATO and Denmark agrees to boot high-tech security. In the world of business news, the national grid record force collapse in 2026. In the world of entertainment, actress Bolaji Ogunmola ranked third among top 10 Nollywood producers of 2025. And lastly, on the world of sport, Arsenal suffers huge injury blow ahead of Man United. Do you know segment on this day? Do you know on this day? In 1962, Stephen Okechukwu, late Nigerian footballer and Super Eagles coach, was born in Azare, Bauchi State. For information that's happening around you, kindly contact Diamond FM Newsroom on this number 0916 062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akiumi, and I am Precious Afolabi. And we'll say many thanks for listening to Shannon Supreme Station.
For up-to-date news reported across the globe, be rest assured you're on the right radio.